Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the third episode of the second season of Bokutachi wa Benkyou ga Dekinai. Now, last episode, we had a bunch of people that were rejecting the maid service that they had ordered, which just honestly blows my mind, really. But the second half, we actually have more sensei focused and, you know, something about learning or memorizing or short-term memory and losing stuff, basically. That's what we got last time. So this episode, I assume we're going to get some Rizu stuff, just because his first frame here seems to be in front of the Ogata Udon place, so I think that's a safe assumption to get at least a little bit of Rizu focus, but we'll see. We'll see if that's the case. So, 3, 2, 1, play. Are we thinking of a haircut? Oh, I think I remember the preview now. Yeah, don't do this. Don't cut it. That will not end well. Don't do it. Don't do it yourself like this. I was waiting for something to happen. And yeah. You ruined everything. I can help you get some of that if you need any assistance. But yeah, you screwed up. Just ruined your life. I hope you're happy. And we got our OP, so I'm happier now. But yeah, like I said, it never goes well when an anime character wants to cut or bangs herself. Just they sneeze or something happens. In this case, we had an interruption. And it just ended so poorly. Which it did. I knew it would. I told you it would. Nobody listens to me, though. It's probably for the best, but in this case, it didn't work out. And jump. Good job. Can now. So, I wonder how people are gonna react to Ogata's new look. Will they be laughing? Will people have to hold back laughter? Will she come to school with a wig? Will she not come to school at all? Who knows? Bokutachi wa Benkyou ga Dekinai. Okay, here we go. The next morning. Which I'm sure we are not looking forward to at all. The Sorrow of X. Good morning to you, Urika. It sure is. And yeah, that's Rizu. You may not recognize her when she turns around, though. Yeah. This is the new Rizu. What do you think? I see so much forehead. Yeah, it kind of draws your eyes, doesn't it? Which is, you know, different than usual. Yeah, I guess a slip of a hand with scissors could be worse, but still not good. Was strange is a strong word. Of course, you can't make her feel bad. I guess she took that in a bad way. Yeah, it's not a huge deal, just had to deal with a lot of initial surprise from people. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how she could not be conscious of that for reasons. Everybody else sure is. So how will he react? Okay, she's gonna be a little bit conscious when he looks at her. That makes sense. A little bit different than with the girls. I don't want to look at you. Don't take it the wrong way or anything. I just don't want to see your face. Man, she just booked it. Okay, yeah, you got... It's really hard to take that as anything other than rejection, you know? Somebody not liking you, so that's gotta sting a little bit for Eureka. But yeah, you did get your Otome girly reactions, so. I was gonna see eventually, unless you act like a ninja the whole day. I wonder why. Could it be that you're in love with him? Nah, that's just crazy talk. It looks a little weird. Not a lot. We're... Oh, hello. We haven't seen you forever. Seki Joe, thank you for reminding me of your name. I like you, but you don't show up enough to remember the name. I'm sorry, it's been too long since I've seen you. I don't remember exactly what you looked like before, but you look fine. You look cute. Oh, I guess she likes it. Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't for you. But I guess you could take it that way. That's not quite it. No, I don't know. What do you, what? Can I get a good look at Rizu, please? Because what exactly is she wearing on her head? I have several questions. Okay. I don't think this kind of gets more attention. In fact, it's kind of unsettling. Good question, actually. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Where did you get that? Sweating up a storm, which makes sense. They already comment on it being hot and wearing that over your face. That can't help. Just sneak some nourishment. You should drill a hole in the mouth and then just kind of stick it in there. But I guess that's too much effort. Yes, it's important, okay? No. Well, that was their fault, not yours. But I guess it may make things a bit awkward. Yeah, well, I think a hat would be a bit... Oh! Took it off right in front of him. Secret's out. I don't think so. It doesn't cover much at all, actually. But gotta try. I mean, honestly, she really doesn't look bad. Oh. Doesn't even notice a difference. Wow, that's... I should have figured that... Yeah, of course. You know, that's very relatable. Girls slightly change their hair and the guy doesn't even notice. That's pretty typical. Yeah. Although it works out for the best for her, but I can imagine her having mixed feelings about it. No. It's not your fault. The mask had to go either way. Just making everyone awkward. Well, you're certainly not the only one. Wow, just look at them kind of bounce as she walks. Because a woman's heart is complicated, you know? Given name? What much chance to notice what's different about you? I promise I'll notice this time. Yeah, that's the part she focused on, of course. Was there just a slip of the tongue? But yeah, we did discuss this, so I guess it shouldn't be that much of a shock. Yes, I know. Given name, very, very embarrassing, very important Japanese culture to start using all of a sudden. I can't even criticize the guy, because if I didn't see her cut the hair, I probably wouldn't have noticed either. Because I am roughly as dense as most harem protagonists. Rizu. She has been making some faces today. Well, yeah, I mean, her life's definitely gotten better than it was at the end of season 1. Well, I'm sure you have, as the camera pans down. For the hands, of course, you know. Rizu, these faces, I can't take it. It's too much. How could he not fall in love with this? I guess I'll get to stick with for a while. You know, I actually quite like the name Ogata, you know, I have no problem with it. Rizu just, you know, sounds kind of like squirrel, so. So yeah, I'll call you Ogata as well, that's what's preferred. Which I think I have most of my reactions, but... yeah. Ouch. Yeah, I don't think you have the authority to do that. It is kind of his home. If you want to do that, you'd have to leave. So, if that's the case, I want to reconsider that. Oh, is she gonna get a new one? Yeah, that does look pretty bad. Of course, as a poor person, I'm used to using things until they're literally unusable anymore, so I don't see the problem here. Okay. Sekijo did... Wow, that's a face. She is really cute. Definitely my favorite of the side characters. Okay, I guess we're gonna have fun. Just, you know, I say that, but I think I would notice the shorter bangs, because the more I see it, the more it starts to bug me a bit. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my god, how long is she there? That outfit is great, too. I know that the drink's kind of overshadowed a bit, but she looks great. Yeah, Fudangi, I get it. Or, you know, very expensive, so... Basically, one person tried a lot harder for this than the other. It's kind of the point. But yeah, like I said, she looks great. Ooh, that looks sweet. We are just straight up having a date now. It's great. What about guys? I want a pancake. I feel discriminated against. A crepe, naturally. From 41. 3.8 rating on the internet. Oh, that's so relatable. I love this. At first, I thought something was gonna happen, like Ogata would invite Yuiga along with them or something, but no, it's just a one-on-one. But there's Yuiga. Don't say anything though. He'll want to join, and we'll ruin our Yuri date here. Or is she gonna want to help? Okay, she opted for it. Okay, that's big of her. Because it just kind of ruined their one-on-one time, but I'm sure she knows that she'll get to like him though. Yeah, passing it over. Yeah. Adieu, you too. Yeah, and then the Yuri ended abruptly. Oh, that's gonna break my heart. But yeah, she's a very good person, like, probably the best person in the show. It's so sad, though. I don't mean to laugh at you, but... wow. It's almost like she knows what happened, specifically. But... yeah, just poor Psyche Joe. It does look like he's just asking to be captured. Oh, we're gonna get a little bit of focus on her. Oh. How dare she wreck the curve. Well, maybe you should stop sucking so much instead of asking her to come down to your level. Ever think about that? By now, that's crazy talk, you know. I'm so glad we're getting a little bit of focus on her. Because other people suck. That's a valuable life lesson for you right there. Other people suck. Obviously, we're going to see where she meets Ogata at some point here, which I'm looking forward to. Wow. We are not on the same wavelength at all when it comes to tests. And that's Ogata right there, I believe. Oh, but she finished not too long after. Can I go home? I don't like it here. So, a genius that finished after her. Really frustrates me when people demand that you take the hint or breathe the atmosphere, however you want to translate it. But I do like how she just straight up calls him out on it. Like, you had a problem? If you had a problem, how about you say it to my face instead of whispering to each other behind me? But yeah, that's... I'm sure she made quite an impression on her there. I met a nice girl. Do you need more explanation than that? And she dons a lab coat, representing her character development. Yeah, great. That combo is borderline patronizing, but wow, she's not that intimidating to talk to. Yeah, that's what you heard about that. You see, the first time we saw her was her complaining about that. Being amazing, like... oh. Weren't you, like, with Ogata? Why are you here? Do you like her better? Because I couldn't blame you for that. Okay, I guess she was busy during that whole flashback. Yeah, why did you abandon her? How do you know that? But yes, she was. But she tried to do some self-sacrifice there for her friend. Well, that's not true. Base, let's show our base. Tweets. Wow. I'd follow her on Twitter. This is great. I guess you never considered the possibility of classmates finding her Twitter. Yeah, can't deny that. Twitter doesn't lie. Yeah, you do like her quite a bit. A little bit of an exaggeration, but she definitely helped get your life in a better direction. That's amazing. Okay, but she's like right behind me. Yeah, kinda. Just love that little pose she did. uh, cool beauty, huh? Yes, yes. I mean, I am. I don't know if he is. And there she is. I was wondering where she was. She never did answer the question about where she was. So, yeah. There she was. But did she hear any of that? That's a question. Oh. She did hear some of that. Yeah, but that can come in handy in some situations. Yeah. It's all a matter of perspective. Yeah, I mean, you initially agreed to do it, so you should follow through with that. Just do it, Sekijo. Uh, here we go. I am too. Oh, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I. Oh, lucky skip moment here. Oh, and where's her hand? Where's her hand? Oh, there, yeah, there we go. That's where I thought it would be. And I bet Yuiga's got a good view too. Very bold of you, Sekijo, but I approve. I just want to get your feelings across. Yeah, we are in public after all. Oh, don't say that. It was clearly an accident. That's less of the issue here. The issue is that Ogata's mad at her. We gotta focus on that. Although I do wish I could see from his perspective a bit. I mean, I am pretty happy with the camera perspective that we got, but his is probably better. So I like to see this a little bit from his perspective. But oh well. Because I'm sure she's wearing some nice pantsu, because, you know, she bought a lot of stuff special for today. But, yeah. It might be the most Yuri-ish episode of the show so far, like both seasons. But yeah, I love the Sekijo focus. Because she hasn't gotten much in the show, but despite being such a great character. Like what she did when, you know, Ogata and Yuiga had the kind of accident with the bath or whatever, you know, because they were cleaning it and forgot to put out the sign. She helped a lot with that. And ever since then, I thought she was really cool and want to see more of her, but... Because she's my favorite side character and one of my favorite characters in general. Although it doesn't really say much because all the girls are great girls in this show. Like, literally all of them. You know, if anybody ever asked me what's so good about this show, I would tell them this show has no worst girl. That's one of the best things about it. Library, what are we doing? Studying without the mask this time? Good. And the denseness continues on that front. Oh yeah, so that's what she. Oh wow, that is really cute. Yeah, it's a good choice. She got a similar but one. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, matching. Gotta do that after all. Oh my god, stop it! I can't take it. Wait, who was that? I saw a girl that I didn't recognize. Anyway, yeah, that was the third episode of Bokutachi wa Benkyou ga Dekinai Season 2. And it was great. As I thought, we were having a good amount of Ogata focus because we saw the Ogata Udon place from the first frame. Which is good. She had a bit of a trouble, you know, little snip-snip accidents, which, you know, as far as snip-snip accidents go, it could be a lot worse. There are much worse things you could actually cut off with a pair of scissors. There definitely are, you know, like part of your ear, for instance. Like, my older brother, when he was a child, when mom was giving him a haircut, he was moving around too much and actually got some ear with the scissors. So, yeah, definitely worse things you could cut with the scissors. And, so it's not as bad as it could be, but still, if you're a high school girl, it's probably a big deal to you when your hair's a little bit messed up and you have to go to school where everyone will judge you and whisper behind your back and stuff, which we got, that kind of thing in the episode. Not related to the hair exactly, but just in general, should have phone. So, yeah, the thing is, though, she didn't want... The first thing was that she didn't care who saw it initially, because you have characters like Furuhashi and Uruka show up, being like, oh, wow, what happened to your hair? Oh, no, little accident, no big deal. And then Furuhashi comments about how girly that is, And then Yumiko showed up, had a bit of a 180 in that attitude, because, it's quite a bit different when your crush is about to see you. Things change quite a bit there. So, yeah, she just bolted at that point and found a mask somewhere. I don't know where, but she found it. That's what matters. So, really, though, it wasn't a good plan, though. Like, if you want to hide your hair, just wear a normal hat. Like, that's a little bit, conspicuous, I guess, but it's a lot easier to explain than this big honking mask head helmet abomination that she had. Like, oddly enough, I have stopped on the frame here that shows it. That thing is just hideous. Like, why would you even wear that? And she couldn't even drink her beverage properly through it, which is very unfortunate. Because water is very important. But eventually, Furuhashi pulls it off forcibly in front of Yuiga. And I was curious what he was going to say. I wasn't sure what he would say. I had a feeling he would say something that kind of didn't make her feel better. Like, I figured he would try to make her feel better and fall short. That's actually not what happened. Well, he just straight up didn't notice. Which I feel like I should have seen that coming, but I didn't, so it was funny. And she didn't like that because she has a bit of a contradiction here, where she doesn't want him to notice that she has a bangs cut weirdly, but she also is mad that he didn't notice. So it kind of feels like it's hard to please somebody when you have that, really. And nothing he did there was going to completely please him, but I think there was probably a better way to do it than he did. So, like, I'm trying to think of what would be the best thing to say in that situation. Probably something like, oh, you changed your hair. It looks kind of nice. I don't know, maybe that could be it, because, I don't know. You have to really say it in a way that sounds like you're not trying to make her feel better, which I don't know if I could do that, or if Yuiga could do that, but it's a moot point because he didn't notice, because he's a failure. But yeah, he just didn't notice. But luckily, we were able to kind of shift focus here because he's called her by her given name. And after that point, we just kind of threw the whole bang issue out the window. And then suddenly it became about, that her name. And eventually she decided Ogata was better for now. Even though they got kind of mad that he was on that sort of name basis with Furuhashi, because their sibling roleplay at the hotel. It sounds really weird to phrase it that way, but Ogata was very cute in that scene. I liked all the blushing and faces that she made. Some top-tier faces. However, Sekijo, not to be outdone, did very well on that front later in the episode. And poor father, caused everything, is still not forgiven. So I kind of didn't pay much attention to this mid-card here, so I'm going to reread that here. Today I'm trying ponytails. It's alright for your hearts. What? It's alright for your heart. It's a weird sentence. It's alright for your heart. What's it even a translation of? I mean, yeah. Tokimetamo ino. Yeah, I don't know. It just sounds weird though. Oh no, okay, it wasn't a complete sentence. That's why it sounded weird. It's alright for your heart to flutter, Rizu Ogata. Okay, now it makes more sense. It just sounded really weird as a standalone sentence, but I can't read. What else is new? But yeah, the second half I liked even better. Was by far easily my favorite half of the episode out of all two of them. And the subject was that Ogata focus, because she basically, it was her episode for the most part. She needed a new pencil case, as Sekijo pointed out. And Sekijo makes an offer. So she's like, tomorrow's our day off. How about I help you choose them? You know, I am your best friend after all. I love you very much, and I'd be more than happy to help you. And Okata actually agreed to it, like no hesitation. He's like, oh wow, that's great for you to say that. Sure, I'd love to. Which I'm not sure Sekijo really expected that, because after she said that, she just kind of continued to stand there awkwardly in that position. I say awkwardly, but it was a very cute position. And then she realized the realization set in, and she just gets super duper happy, looking very cute, and just the way she looked at her, man. Some of the faces she made throughout this episode just melted me. Starts flapping her arms like they're wings, and just her entire reaction was great. This episode made me love her quite a bit more than I already did, and I already quite liked her, so I wish she was more of a main character now. I don't know who I'd want to replace her with, but yeah, I would love for her to be more relevant. The problem is there's no worse girl in the show, so there's nobody that comes to mind that I'd want to switch screen time amounts with. And yeah, this scene here, just when they, arrive for the date, of course, Sekijo arrives first, because the person who's most enthusiastic always does. And you got her sitting here. First thing I noticed was her outfit was 10 out of 10. I absolutely loved her outfit. It was extremely cute. She got this, this very nice black skirt going on here, showing off those very nice legs. She's got, she's got everything else. I'm not going to go through the articles of clothing one by one, but just everything looked very good together. They did look fairly new. But yeah, the clothes I noticed first, and yet what we commented on first were all the cans of coffee and stuff, which was funny. Because, immediately when I saw that, I thought, yeah, she's been here probably since they agreed to go on the date. As soon as they made the agreement, she probably immediately left, came here, sat here, and waited for this moment. That's kind of what I imagined. I was just thirsty. Yeah, I bet you were. We could tell how thirsty you were by the end of the episode, I assure you. Given that one scene. But yeah, this is just, her whole panicking was great. But she says, this is my casual wear. In fact, it's my sleepwear. I can believe casual wear. Sleepwear is a bit much. Nobody would sleep in that. Ridiculous. And then it points out the outfit's 29,800 yen, which is almost 30,000 yen, which is what? 300 bucks, I think. Or 30 bucks. Let's see. I'm not good at math, okay? I know it's 100 yen to a dollar roughly. 30,000, 3,000. So 3,000 would be 30 bucks. Right? So yeah, I think it might actually be 300. But if I'm math wrong, feel free to let me know. That's what the comment section of YouTube videos is for, is to point out everyone's, all of your mistakes. But yeah, even though Okata clearly did not try as hard as she did, she still looked very lovely as well. Definitely in Sekijo's eyes, that's for sure. But just her enthusiasm throughout the whole thing was just really nice to see. But like I said, I was expecting Yuiga to go along with Ogata, she would arrive with him, and Sekijo would be really disappointed and sad. Because I think we've had situations like that, a little bit like that before, where Sekijo got excited about something Ogata related and then found out something about it, it involved more people and got disappointed. I think we had at least one scene like that in the show, so that's kind of what I expected there. But I was pleasantly surprised that no, we just had a straight up, date here. I mean, not technically a date, because only one of them probably viewed it as one, but for all intents and purposes, it was a date, though. I heard something a little bit weird in my headphone. Don't mind that. But anyway, the point is, she was having a great time. You could just feel the enthusiasm on her the whole time as they eat various things like crepes and stuff. In this comment here, we also need to get this limited time ice cream flavor from 41. I'm not sure if this is a reference to anything. But first thing that came to mind was the one idol group, what was it called? AKB48 or whatever, but that's a different number, so that's probably not what it was. But it felt like a reference to something. And I love the comment about the 3.8 rating on the internet, how the show is so modern, And yeah, Ogata holding both the sweets looks pretty content as well. But you could clearly see Sekijo is trying her hardest to make this go perfectly, to maximize Okata's happiness, because she's her best friend after all. She loves her quite a bit, so it's just wonderful to watch all of this. She's got this huge plan that I can't really read most of what it says. Really? That's, yeah. It's, I probably have to really zoom in and, Google a bunch of words to be able to read that, but I'm sure it's a great schedule. But yeah. And then things change when she sees Yuiga. And at this point, I wasn't sure exactly how she would play this, because there's really one of two things you could do, right? You either be like, oh, okay, so let's hurry over here real quick, you know, before somebody sees you. Like, that's option one. Option two is like, oh, hey, Ogata, you know, you want to come join us or whatever? And she actually chose option two, a little bit surprisingly. But it actually was less of a join us thing and more of a take my position sort of thing, which I definitely didn't expect it to go to that extent. That is some pretty, you know, self-sacrificing territory there. But, you know, she's a pretty big person to be able to do something like that, you know, put her friend's perceived happiness above her own. I'm not sure I could do that, but you know, she could. And yeah, I mean, the thing is, Yuiga knew how important there was a Sekijo because of Twitter. Now, I don't remember if he said that he read the tweets before or after he met up with Ogata, but probably before. That would probably make more sense. But just, yeah, the tweets were great. I just, again, very modern, you know, tweeting about you going on a date on Twitter. Like, that's probably a thing people do. I mean, I wouldn't know because I don't go on dates, of course. But, you know, she just looked so crushed when she left. Like, she tried to put up a brave front during the scene and all that, but once she got out of it, she's like, you know, it's better this way. I gotta put my best friend's happiness above my own. She's done so much for me. She saved my life. I must do at least that much. But yeah, it just crushed me to see her that sad. Partly because, you know, she seemed so happy before. Like, it was the best day of her life, and a funny little comment by the random mother over there. But then she just spends that entire flashback over at this crane game, you know. I do like how time passed during the flashback, like it wasn't just talking as a free action kind of thing. Like, things were going on there off screen while she was reminiscing. Like, I really like that touch a lot. I mean, I've already talked a lot in this video, but I have more to say, okay? And then we got to the flashback, and we got to see little Sekijo, very adorable. However, you know, it was a little bit negative. I actually wasn't expecting it to be as, I mean, it's a bit of a stretch to call it a tragic backstory or anything, but it was a little bit more, you know, sad than I was expecting. Basically, the other students were butthurt that she did well on a test, you know. They made comments like, you know, hey, doesn't she know that the scores, you know, set on a curve and how her doing well inconveniences us? And they use that classic term, you know, kuki, yomu, you know, read the atmosphere thing, which is pretty big in Japanese culture as well. And basically they're really not in the right here, no matter how you look at it, because every student is supposed to do their best. That's their job as a student. So to try to make it sound like you're in the right here by trying to make somebody feel bad about doing their best is just ridiculous to me. Like, even if I didn't have as much attachment to her as I do, I would still think that these guys are kind of, you know, jerks for doing this. Like, if you want to feel a little bit salty about it, that's one thing, but doing this whispering in a way for them to hear you kind of thing, it's not okay. If anything, that should get you to try to do better, not want to pull her down to your level. But unfortunately, there are more people that want to do that, pull you down, than people that want to grab you and raise themselves up. And that's just, you know, why the world's not as good of a place as it could be. So, yeah, rough position to be in, definitely. Because, like, what are you going to do? Deliberately do worse? That'd probably make you feel bad about yourself and disappoint your parents. Like, there's really a lose-lose situation, honestly, when you have to deal with that. You gotta disappoint someone. But, you know, in the end, I think she went up going to, like, a cram school or whatever instead. I think it's supposed to be a cram school or something similar. So she could go as an alternative. And she finished very quickly. You know, again, kind of regretting that, though. But the important thing here is that she met with Ogata here, who was actually very relatable to her because, you know, very similar sort of position, getting very similar reaction from other people. However, the fundamental difference is how she responds to it, because Rizu Ogata is a different person, you know, they're not clones of each other, of course, so she would handle it a little bit differently. Which is basically, actually I want to go here, I want to see exactly what she said. Yeah, she just asks why, you know. Yeah, they didn't have anything to say to that, did they? But you gotta love the irony of somebody asking what they mean by reading the atmosphere. But yeah, that was just a much better way to handle it. I like that quite a bit. And that's just when the world just lit up for Sekijo. So just a life-changing moment. Sparkles and stuff all around her as she looks at her. Very important to her. And yeah, somebody a little bit surprised when she has a complete change of attitude. She dons her lab coat and is a whole new person. It's great. But it takes her forever to even work up the courage to talk to her, which is actually pretty cute in and of itself. But yeah, very triggered when she heard she was going to go down the liberal arts path. That's when she just definitely had to go talk to her, because that was kind of an important thing to, you know, save her from. And yeah, during the whole flashback, Yuiga got to sneak up on her. You know, because it wasn't that hard to find. Like, she ran off that far. See, what would have been funny, though, is if she tweeted, "I'm currently at a crane game being sad because my best friend / crush's not boyfriend took my spot that I gave him in the date, and now I'm sad playing a crane game." You know, if you like read a tweet like that from her and found her because of that, it would be great. Kind of like what happened in Comment Girls with Being in the Box, you know? If you see that show, you probably know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it was a pretty funny scene as well because of the tweets and stuff. I would follow her on Twitter. I would. If she has a real Twitter, let me know. Because they sometimes do that in shows, you know, have a real Twitter for a character that tweets in the show, you know. Again, Comic Girls did that. But yeah, there's nothing more embarrassing than somebody like kind of reading your tweets to you, I'm sure. I never tweet, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, just at like 19 minutes and 9 seconds when she does that chibi-ish kind of thing, when she bends over, she has her arms completely lengthened downwards and telling him not to tell anyone else. I don't know why, but I love that position. Like, I would love to have like an emote or a gif or something of that. But yeah, it sounds like a confession of love. Very apt description. But then she just sings her praises here and then Bokutachi shows up. Hopefully after hearing all of that. But, you know, had a nice moment there. Because we kind of invited her to continue, you know, what she came here for. Bokutachi was a little bit worried that Sekijo hated her, but of course she couldn't possibly do that. However, things went a bit down the hill, you know, kind of literally, when she tripped and fell forward towards Bokutachi. And if you've ever watched an anime in your life, you probably know where that hand's going to end up. And it ended up right there, you know, on the best spot to take the impact, you know, like a you know, a cushion or a, what's it called in the car? A subbing bag, cushion. What is it called? You know what I'm talking about. When you get into a car crash and it comes out at you to prevent you from hitting your head too hard or whatever. In a car, it's you know, it's escaping me. But anyway, Yuiga, I know what his focus was on in the scene is that angle, that perspective. But also, you know, getting to see firsthand just how much Sekijo loves Bokutachi, because that was quite bold. But, you know, I'm not sure Bokutachi appreciated it, but I'm sure she'll get over it. I do like how she didn't care at all about the skirt at all, like that wasn't anywhere near her priority. Her entire focus was Bokutachi, for good reason, you know, she does have a handful of Bokutachi right there. So, but yeah, I know I talked way too long on this one, much longer than I usually do, but I love this show a lot. This is one of my favorites of the season. I love the first season, I love the second season. I'm so glad we have more of it. I could probably talk about this show for quite a long time, probably more than I did here. But, you know, I do have other videos to do today, and I'm already doing these videos much later at night than I usually would, so I should probably wrap this up and, you know, just upload it so you could watch it. So, please do that. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.